Hey there, Chad with Midlife Classic Cars. Hope everybody's having a great week. I just want to give you an update on new books that just came out. This is April 1st, 2022. None of these are an April joke. These are all brand new books. Some of you might think this is a joke. We've been waiting for this book to come out for a long time. The MG Superlative, or MGB, the Superlative MG. And I've had it for pre-order for a long time. I'm excited to finally get it in. I have barely even glanced at this. It literally came in today. As you can see, tons of black and white photos, color photos, a lot of history. I like the way they broke it up. I'm someone, I like to read, but I like it when the pages are broke up more magazine style versus just straight text, which is what he did. It just gives me, for someone that has to stop reading every once in a while to do other things, a chance to find where I'm at and read smaller sections. I've always been a big MG fan. My first car was second car was almost an MGB GT. It just didn't work out, but I've always had a big spot. I've done a rally in these. I love MGs. The second one is the Triumph Trident book and BSA Rocket 3. Another one, like I said, it literally came in. I've not had time to look at it. It's very much done the similar style as the MG one. Are they done by the same publisher? Yeah, they are. They're both Crowwood books. So that's why the insides look so good. I'm a fan of Crowwood. They do a lot of history books. They're very good, very in detailed, and not so boring. And it looks like this one is another one by them that just came out. The Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, the complete story. I've always liked these cars. Probably never going to get to own one. I'd probably be the jerk that lowered one and try to make a low rider out of it. But this one's just in. Other two new books I'm really excited about. The Off-Road Driver's Guide. I used to help people out with their Jeep CJs back in the day and do a little off-roading. My son is just now starting to drive, and we were looking at getting him a Land Rover Discovery Series 2 for his first car so I could overlander it. It would be his car, but I was going to turn it into an overlander and drive it for myself. But right now with the gas prices, even though you can find these Series 2s for $3,000 sometimes with the blown heads, which I don't mind doing. We sell the shot manuals for them. It's just the gas mileage just kind of killing them right now with the prices. But I actually have already started reading this in my personal collection. It's a lot of good tips and tricks, especially if you don't have someone to take you off-roading for the first time and you're learning to off-road and learning how to use a winch, how to get a car stuck. Great book. Really excited about this one. The other really big book this week is the LS Gen 3 engine wiring system. This is a big deal for anyone that's doing an LS swap with a Gen 3 or wanting to put their own ECU in, figure out all the plugs and switches and what all they do. It breaks them down, like you can see even here in the plugs, and breaks down what the terminals are. See even in here, it has what it is, and then every individual connector. It even starts with a number. And this is pretty nice. Like, anyone doing an LS swap with a Gen 3 is going to want this book. I mean, just this type of stuff just to have on hand at any given time is great. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. I have a feeling it's going to sell and be off the shelf. All right, this is not a new book, but this is something we just brought back in. It's been gone for a while. I've always been a big fan of this book. This book, when was this published? In the 90s? This thing had to be first published, 92, first edition. But here's the thing, this book is great for anyone learning how to build a car, build a sports car. And I know it's chassis engineering, but it really should be a suspension and setup type of car. Just weight distributions in here. What else did I learn in here? Bump steer, bushing springs of shot, front spring design, frame design, aerodynamics, downforce, vehicle testing and tuning. A lot of drawings like this to just explain how different things work, and they've got a lot of the mathematical formulas in here for you to break things down. This one's obviously vehicle load factors for angle shocks and showing you the effect of it with a different angle. I'm glad to have these back in. These would be great for anyone that's like buying the Carroll Smith Drive to Win, Tune to Win. This goes along great with those. Also, you hot rod guys. I've sold this book to a fair amount of hot rod guys that are looking for books on how to build hot rod chassis. A lot of this is in there. So check this one out. I'm glad to finally have this one back in stock. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the warehouse. I've been working pretty hard here getting this set up, and I'm finally getting my personal vehicles set up. So let's do a quick tour and show you guys how the warehouse looks. Okay, first we're going to show you off the offices where I work is right here. This is my desk and where I sit to do all my work, getting books made, put up on the website and everything like that. These newsletters put together, pretty much that's where I run the business. Over here, I've done a wall of all the prints I've collected out of the years. Probably one of my favorite ones is this one here, which is a Donald Hilly Motor Company. It's like a car dealership for a BMW. It's a sticker for a car. I've honestly never seen this before. So this is probably one of my better ones. Let's see, more Healy's, just car shows. From the Rolex 24 Hours, I went to the Le Mans, went to just some old photos we have. Over here, Midlife logos, our boxes, our old t-shirt. We have new t-shirts. I'm working on them. It's going to be a minute. I know a lot of you keep asking me for shirts, but trust me, there's more on the way. Just some more painting and artwork some of my friends have done for me and different people. This is a crate from a vintage Moto Guzzi box that the Moto Guzzi would have come in. I don't know if you can see it in here, but it says Moto Guzzi. And then this is an oiling chart for a Jaguar Mark II. Let's see, over here we have our shipping area. This is where all of our orders go out and get processed and shipped. So nothing too exciting there. But now we're going to take you into the warehouse. And so this is our warehouse. Today we just received all these Schism books, our boxes, sorry. Whenever you order a book from Midlife Classic Cars, we ship it in a box. And thanks, John, today for dropping it off. I hope you're checking out the video and hope you and your son are doing good. I'll have to, my friend John, he's got a Lamborghini collection. I'm gonna have him show you some of his Lamborghinis at some point, but he dropped these off for us today. Over this way is all of our inventory going completely around and through here. And that's how I keep it. We're in a kind of climate controlled warehouse here to keep all the books dry. I recently just moved all my cars and my tools here, and this is just randomly where they're sitting right now. I've got to sort them. I have shelving in this back room back here that I've got to put together, and then all this in the center section with my tools will get put away. So as you can see, here's the warehouse and everything. Then in here, this is what's going to become my shop, and I've got several of my cars in here. This used to be my daily driver. I popped the engine in it right before I was in a bad wreck, and the number one goal is to get this car back on the track, on the street. Over here, I've got stuff storage, but this whole wall is going to be a wall of table and where my tools go. And then in this center here is probably where I'll work on cars and everything. In the back here, that's the bathroom. You can see two of my cars sitting there. So it's pretty deep. My old track bike is sitting here, my SV 650. But right now, things are just kind of getting moved in. I've got to get the tables built first, or purchase, however I'm going to do a row of tables. Then the last thing I've not moved here is my tool chest, which is pretty heavy. I've got to borrow my neighbor's trailer and get that over here. And then once we get that done, I'm going to start back working on the cars. Like I said, this will be first. I don't know if you can see it. I think I still have it under cover here. I just recently purchased a Subaru, yeah, you can't really see it, a Subaru WRX, a 2004 with a blown head gasket that I need to do the engine for. That's also a potential car for my son. He's kind of interested in it, and it might be a good job for him and I to do. I originally bought it to do the Champ Car Racing Series, but then because of the point system, the car is actually too powerful because it has a turbo and it would get hurt. So I don't know, I might turn it into a track car. It's a car I always wanted to do for myself. It's the Frog Eye one, or the Bug Eye, whatever they call them, with the bigger lights in the front. I think most car guys are, Subaru, like Subarus, and I've always wanted one. I've never had an all-wheel drive car, and I've never really had a true turbo car. So I'm kind of thinking about keeping it for myself as a daily, maybe a track car, but we still have some decisions to make on that. Like I said, my stepson wants it, and he wants to put the work in for it, then it's his. I don't mind that being his first car. And you see here, these are all my tools. I've got body panels, just everything sitting everywhere in here. This is where some more of the boxes are. Here, I'll show you the small area in here. This in here is kind of where we keep the storage from all of our old displays from the car shows. This is all shelving here. Some of the shelving's from my house, some of it I purchased yesterday, and this whole wall will be nothing but shelving. And that's where all my car parts will store. Probably one of the more valuable things I have in here is my wood collection of just scrap wood, the price of wood and the price of metal, scrap metal. My girlfriend was helping me move. She's like, why don't we just throw this away? And I was like, this is gold right now. Like, she had no clue what the price of metal was going. But as you can see, like, a lot of storage in here. Probably gonna put an air compressor here at some point. I'd like to get a sandblasting booth at some point, and that's where it would go. But like I said, I don't work on cars for other people. I strictly work on cars for myself, and I'm hoping pretty soon to start making videos for you guys. Me working on cars, me using the books that I read, and how I learn how to work on cars, and start getting these projects underway. Like I said, the blue 2002s first with a rebuilt engine. I was got to order some parts. I have an engine here that's the bottom end is what's going to go in there. Dual Weber 45s. Then maybe the white BMW, that's going to be a long-term project. I'm thinking about doing something crazy with that. I just spit all over the place. I hope y'all saw that. I think about doing that one. I've never had a wild car. I want a wild car. So I've been thinking about doing a Honda engine turbo. I'm a really big fan of the StanceWorks guy. He's doing the Ferrari 308 right now with a Honda engine. And I wouldn't mind doing a 2002. It's been done before, but just to have some crazy power, probably put a different rear end in it to be able to handle all the power. But yeah, that's the warehouse. This is how everything's working out. Midlife Classic Cars. We're slowly. There's still so much more stuff to get set up. Over here, you can see, like, I have my RC cars. I have tons of models, tons of other car stuff. I'm going to put 2 rows of shelving there, and this whole wall is going to be shelving. Just like a black shelving with all my models, all my die cast. Whenever I went to races and I would see them cut pieces of a carbon fiber or a car getting wrecked, I would go grab them. So like some of the Panos Esperantes, I have little carbon fiber pieces from. Anytime I went to a race, I picked stuff off the ground, asked for free stuff. And most times the teams are so happy to do it. I also have a vintage video game cabinet here where I've been collecting vintage racing games, or older racing games, I should say. And soon I'm going to do a video about that, about vintage car racing games. You know, like this is the original OG pole position, NASCAR, what's the Rad Racer, Turbo Racing. And then I've got down here in this box here a bunch of other racing games. So pretty soon I'm going to do a video on just old classic racing games once I get a new TV in here. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a great one. Probably catch some racing this weekend, get some more sorted down here, and check out our website, Midlife Classic Cars. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, on all the socials. And if you could like the video, it really helps us out, and make sure you subscribe. Anyway, everybody's having a good one.